how do I say? I've done things I normally wouldn't do. Just because like cultural differences, like kayaking, and
bunch of white people shit.
Yeah, one of
That's
my.
what I was gonna say. It's funny that you called it culture.
I've been camping. I went hunting once.
We're back. Soup sandwich.
Yeah, soup sandwich. Soup sandwich. We're back.
Soup sandwich.
Soup.
There we go. Today's guest, we have a comedian in the room today. We're going to let him introduce himself and kind of tell us a little bit about his story, how he got started in comedy and all that. So
yeah, don't be so excited.
Yeah, who are you?
Don't hit me with too much excitement.
Yeah.
We met him, by the way, at a comedy show.
Open mic,
Bailey.
Monticello.
Yep,
it's pretty
open
cool.
mic, Monticello.
Same place we met Tony Love. For everybody that's both of you that's fans of Tony Love.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Tony Love.
Yeah, me and Bailey went recruiting.
Yeah. That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, exactly what you did. But my name is Marqwuan Reid. I just go by Mark. I'm from North Carolina, Charlotte, little small town. And how'd I get into comedy?
Charlotte's not that small.
Well, I'm not from Charlotte. I'm like in a small town next to Charlotte called like Pineville. But you know, it's kind of like it's like kind of like Atlanta. Like if you're in Marietta, you just say you're from Atlanta.
Yeah, it's way easier for sure.
Yeah, way easier. But yeah, small town Pineville. And I got into comedy. I actually had a YouTube channel that was doing really well, and I played video games and I just told a bunch of jokes. And the video game started getting really boring, and I started hating myself for playing it. And I asked my subscribers, this game is kind of making my balls itch now, guys. What should I play? And what should I do? And they were just like, "You're really funny. You should do stand up." And I was like, "Huh." I never thought about doing stand-up before, but I guess I can try it. So I hit my best friend up. I told him I wanted to do stand-up. He came. First night, I basically just did a bunch of self-degrading jokes, and they, loved it. And I was like, wow.
So it was a good experience.
It was a very good experience. Very good experience. And I was just hooked ever since then, honestly.
Well, the night we met you at Monticello, I'm pretty sure it was the first guy that went on stage's first experience as well, and I think that might have been his last experience. So not everybody gets that.
Look, I hope it's not, because it wasn't his crowd. It was he and me, and you were the only white folks in this place.
That is true.
And he tried, and it just wasn't his crowd. And he suffered. He suffered a slow death.
He threw a heroin joke in there earlier, and all the black people were like,
yeah.
Can't tell heroin jokes from the black people. That's not how that works, man. Not how that works. The farthest you can get is crack. That's the farthest you can get in terms of drugs. And
That's
then
it,
after
huh?
that,
yeah, bro. And then they just start saying white people shit.
Yeah.
We don't relate white people shit.
Most definitely. Most definitely. There, you guys missed it. There was this one guy. There was this one white guy who was talking about fucking horses and jacking horses off.
They didn't love it?
They did not love it whatsoever. They did not love it whatsoever. I'm like, he did not read this crowd before he went up on stage, which is.
Oh, shit.
But for a young comedian doing stand up, that is his material. He ain't got nothing else. He can't turn on something, right?
Facts. It's like when you first start off, like you start off from like your friend group, and like, all your friends think you're funny, and you tell jokes in front of them, and they say, "Man, you should do stand up," and then you go into a different crowd, and it's like they don't think I'm funny. So like sometimes that can deter you, and then other times you might actually have that crowd and get that little. I call it like a high.
It definitely is a high.
When you tell a punchline and people laugh at that shit. I love it.
What do you do? Do you have like a day job? Or is this what you're doing 4 times, producing content?
I wish.
No, me too.
I work in construction.
Oh, cool.
I work in construction like 10 hours a day from like, I can't do the math, but like I get there at like 6, 7, and then I leave.
What kind of construction?
Concrete.
Concrete.
Yeah, so I'm slaving. Nice. Yeah. I am straight in the
it's
fields.
Hard work, man.
Yeah, very, very, very.
I poured concrete before. I poured concrete before. It's tough work.
Really? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, but I'd probably wish it on my ex, low-key high key.
Yeah, for
most
sure.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Do you tell jokes while you're working with all your buds?
Everyone speaks Spanish, so no, I can't really tell jokes in Spanish. But
are you the only American that's on the crew?
I am literally the only black guy there.
The token black American that's there.
The token black American that's there. And I think they just hired me for diversity, honestly.
The only one they could truly pay legally. You're there.
Facts.
Like, I'm not getting in trouble when I pay this guy.
I think they maybe hired me for like to be the
They had a
translator
board
or
meeting and
something.
said we got to get our diversity up, but do not hire any white people.
Facts, man, facts.
Shit, that's pretty dope though. From a small town in North Carolina to being on stage seems like a long road.
Where do you live in Atlanta? What part?
5 Points.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
I live in 5 Points. Very liberal place. Very liberal place.
Yeah, for sure.
I was looking for apartments. I shit you not. I was looking for apartments, and I'm like, okay, I just don't want to get robbed. Honestly, let me find a safe place. I don't want to get robbed, and I go to this apartment.
So you narrowed it down to 3 neighborhoods.
Facts.
When did you move here?
I moved here from Florida, actually.
What year though?
I've been in Atlanta for a year, so like 2020.
So it was during COVID.
Yeah,
Okay.
during COVID, most definitely. I actually lost my job due to COVID, so I couldn't like pay rent or nothing like that. So my mom lived in Florida, so I moved in with her, and I got a call from a job, and they was like, "Hey, look, if you want to come to Atlanta and work for us, sure." And I was, from there, I kind of just went.
Nice.
Most definitely.
There's this dude that I interviewed on, or no, I was actually on his podcast. You know, the guy that I was on his podcast instead of, and he was on mine at first, but it was on Burn the Shit, which is our entrepreneur podcast. And this guy goes, he's from Canada, and he says, I said, when you come to Atlanta, let's hook up. We'll drink a beer or something. He's like, yeah, cool. I've been to Atlanta one time, and I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. It's 1994, so it's like pre-Olympics, which is way different than post-Olympics. Yeah. Way different. Crime rate, everything went down. Everything was beautiful after that, right? And then that's why I said, did you move pre-COVID? Because crime rate has gone up in Atlanta during COVID a lot.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Buckhead, Atlanta, Midtown, downtown, all of it's gone up a little bit. Big time in Buckhead, though. Right? So this guy said it was 1994. He had bought like some kind of franchise, like construction company, like a tub and tile remodeling franchise, right? And he was coming down here to train. It was down by the airport. So he said he got on MARTA, rode in 2 5 Points, and when you go into MARTA, you ride into 5 Points, so you come out, you're like right on Peach Street. You're right there, and there's all the fake purses and that whole thing down there, right? So he gets out. He says he sees the light of day, and then somebody shoots 3 people right in front of him. He turns around and goes back to MARTA. He goes back to his hotel.
That man whatsoever.
I was like, damn, what an awful luck.
Yeah,
that's my first experience in 5 Points. Literally was the complete opposite. Like I said, I was looking for apartments, and right outside my apartment, I saw these two. It was this lesbian couple, and they were wearing tutus with cat ears, and one of them had another one on a leash. And I was like, if they feel safe enough to do this in the middle of the street,
you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
All the way good. Sign me up, most definitely.
I like 5 Points. I think it's awesome.
yeah, I do too.
I like going and fucking with the vendors and trying to get them down to nothing for the purse. I'll talk to them motherfuckers for an hour just for the fun of it to see how low I can get on these purses and these
fake items,
all these fake stuff. Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah,
talk to him for an hour and like, fuck, dude, just $20 and get the fuck out of here. Like, take it.
Does comedy come up a lot in your life? And are you like constantly reading the crowd that you're in, no matter what the situation is?
I'm still fairly new. Reading the crowd is I'm like just now getting into it. In the beginning, I didn't like at all, and I had a mentor. Thank God, he saw how bad I was doing. He was like, you know what, I'll help you out a little bit. So he kind of took me under the wing, and he's teaching me how to like read crowds and like look at other comedians that come before me and see what kind of hits and see what kind of misses or whatever. But it's kind of tough because like you already come to the show with certain jokes. So It's like, am I not going to tell this joke, or I kind of really want to try this one joke out?
Well, the speed matters too, like how fast you deliver it, how slow you deliver it for the crowd too, right?
Yes, it honestly really does matter. What is it called? Like comedic timing. That's really important because you can't just go out there and just, so, like, you hear a lot of comedians will probably experience, but like, I just go out there and raw dog it. But it's like, you gotta practice it just a little bit, just to get the timing down.
How many open mics do you do right now?
How many open mics did I do?
Like a week?
When we had met, I was doing open mics 6 days a week.
Nice.
Yeah, I was doing literally Monday through Saturday, and
That's
then,
what you got to do. Though.
Yeah, you have to do it. Honestly, he said my mentor was like, if you want it, you do it. And he like just gave me the venues, and he was like, hey man, listen, it doesn't matter how janky the venues are, just go up there and practice. So when you hit the good ones, you know, you're really. I
always love the story, the Jamie Foxx story. So Jamie Foxx, you know why he named himself Jamie Foxx?
Why did he name himself Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, because I'm like, did you know what? No, he's open micer, right? So he knew that there was just a list of people, and they would just pick random people you're coming on. We picked Jamie Foxx because they thought it was a girl, and they never get girls in there, so they would pick him so he would get picked on the open mics.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
that's really fun. Can I be honest? I don't know why I asked that. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Please lie to me.
I kind of like toned down on doing stand up a lot, and I've been toning up on the TikTok, honestly. So I'll do stand up. I do stand up like 3-4 times a week now.
What's the mind thought on that?
So I kind of been looking at like a lot of TikToks. I've been trying to get my followings up, et cetera, et cetera. And I noticed that TikTok is just the way to do it right now. Like you have people like Bella Porch, who literally I don't know if you know who she is, but she's a TikToker who literally got famous off of just looking at the camera with like a filter face zoom, and she would lip sync. And now she dropped like 3 songs and they're like #1 on Spotify.
I think you got to do both though.
I do both. I do both.
I think you got to do both.
I do try my best to do both. But there's this comedian. His name's Jason Banks, and he does open mics. He does skits, and he's been like upping up on the skits a lot on TikTok. And because of that, because he's so popular on TikTok, people actually want to like go to his shows and like actually see him perform and stuff.
Sure.
So I think that's kind of the gateway. And if we're being even more honest,
be live bigger.
So I've gone to like. I've been doing shows nonstop, and I've only gotten laid from a show like twice. I've had like 2 women come up to me.
I was about to say, what he look like?
This dude's already spent $12,000 on plane tickets just for TikTok.
I've had like 2 women come up to me and be like, "Hey, you're really funny." Okay, before you make fun of my game, all right. Anyways, I'm just gonna say it, and you can make fun of me anyway. So she comes up to me. She's like, "Oh my god, I think you're really funny. That joke you did with the crystal was hilarious." And I was like, "Thank you." Question, and she's like, "What's up?" I was like, "Do you like black guys?" And she like looks me dead in my eyes, and she's like, "I love black guys." And I'm like, "Okay. I see what kind of night we're having."
But that was a good first question, right?
Yeah, it was an amazing first question.
Yeah, because it cuts to right to the fucking chase, and it's not too in the face either. It's like, "Do you like black guys?" And she goes, "I fucking love black guys." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah,
done.
I'm completely
oblivious.
I'm
black. We're good. I fit that criteria.
Facts. I'm oblivious, so I got to be kind of like straight up with women about that, because
about being black.
Yeah, that too. That too, man. That too.
So 2 times laid stand up 1 year. That's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
I know that white guy that time did not get laid.
No.
It's more than I've got laid from this show, if that tells you anything.
No, it's not.
But I think one of the main reasons why like I said, attention, of course. You know, I want a big following, and you know, everyone sees the internet. Only a certain amount of people come to venues and stuff. But like, I had one of my videos go viral, and I'm literally getting like women like in my comments saying, "Hey, you should like," because I made a joke about hitting a cervix. It was a joke on TikTok. It was like hitting the cervix or something, and like a lot of women was like, "Oh my god, I would love for you to hit my cervix." And
nice.
I was like, I don't really get this a lot from stand up. I could.
Don't give them your address.
No.
Meet them somewhere else, like Starbucks. Let's meet at Starbucks.
Make sure they're not stalkers or trying to rob me or anything.
Yeah, that's it. Don't give them your address.
If you're gonna fly them out, just go ahead and grab an Airbnb.
Fly them out. Are we talking about that? I don't think they.
No, I mean, you don't got. I'm just saying, even if you're entertaining the women on TikTok and they're local, you know, grab Airbnb. I'm just saying, if you're in the mindset where you see an option, you're like, all right, I'm gonna fly this girl out because she's bad, because she's not bad, whatever. If that's in your playbook, Airbnb got to be the go-to.
I don't think so.
Airbnb gotta
No?
be
If you
every
meet a
time.
chick at a bar at a comedy show, that's cool taking her
That
back to
ain't
your
what we
place.
said. That's I said TikTok.
Oh, it's a TikTok one. Yeah, yeah. TikTok one's no good.
Well, then you bring her back.
Yeah.
Okay, but the question is
The
there a
second time-
difference? Is there a difference from meeting someone?
I think so. Yes,
Really?
face to face compared to TikTok. Yes.
Huh.
I
Yes.
feel like people that meet people face to face, like it's less mystery behind those people. But
That's
people
facts.
that meet
Big
people
time.
through TikTok, you're like,
But those people,
How the fuck
those
do you
people,
meet people
those
through
same
TikTok,
people that
you know?
said, "I want you to hit my cervix" on TikTok, they're not going to say that to you face to face. Same things. All those people don't read the comments. Don't read the comments. Those motherfuckers say shit that they would never say to somebody ever, and do things they would never do to anybody else. But they're behind the computer, man.
Fact. I'm gonna state the obvious, but that comment section is brutal. Very brutal. Like,
people hate on you hard too.
I wouldn't say, well, yeah, you always have your haters, but I think the hardest thing for me is like I try my best to make my content like not like shame or like bring any kind of slander or harm anybody, and it's tough because everyone gets offended by everything.
Sure, fuck them.
Everyone
That's what I
gets
say.
offended by everyone. I made a video about me meeting someone on Tinder, and I said, I shit you not, I said, in my like Tinder, I was like, or my TikTok, I said, I met this chick on Tinder, and like 50 people was like, did he really just say chick? Wow, I can't believe he'd say something like that. Wow, you lost me at chick. Why would you refer to women as chicks? And I'm like, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't call the chick a man or a bitch or something. Man, that's so weird,
That's
man.
very weird.
I wouldn't.
Very,
I
very
wouldn't. I
weird.
wouldn't fucking worry about that. I'm just like, I think the stand up complements the TikTok, and stand up sharpens the edge, sharpens your blade.
Facts.
So like, if you can do a TikTok video 100 times till you get it right, motherfucker, you're on the stage. You got to get to another stage again to do it again to sharpen your axe.
Facts.
And the failures make you way better.
I completely agree. Actually, a lot of my I was just trying to figure out what like sticks on TikTok, and I'm still in the process of doing that. But the videos that's done really well are the ones that I would tell on stage at an open mic that did really well as well.
Right.
So, I'm kind of working on that and just like incorporating a little bit of stand up in my TikToks.
We've got some right here that we wanted to pull up and talk about.
Boom.
Let's see.
Oh Jesus. Oh, that's me. I can speak for myself when I say that if you have ever lied to me about your body count, you are doing yourself a disservice and you're doing me a disservice. Facts. Because the same way I want to slut you out, I too want to get slutted out. Talk to him. I'm trying to experience things I've never experienced before. I will never forget the time where I was clapping this woman from the back, and she spit in her hand, reached underneath herself, and started massaging my nuggets. Good times. Do you know the amount of experience you have to have the confidence to try that on a stranger? No woman ever is going to have the confidence to do something like that.
That one did.
With a body count of 3.
No.
And maybe you try things like that on someone that you've been with for a very long time. But I didn't know her. She didn't know me. We did not know each other. But she understood the assignment. If your body count is 3, I'm going to assume you don't have pencil, paper to even take notes, to even get to the assignment. Facts. After everything was said and done, we were texting, and I asked her, I was like, what's your body count? And she told me her body count was like 32. And
Seems
ever
about
since
right,
then,
right?
32 has been my lucky number. My lucky number.
Look, seriously though, when if somebody does that to you, you're like, motherfucker's been taught already.
Facts.
It's been taught, and you didn't have to teach the lessons.
I didn't even have to. I actually got a lot of hate for that video. I had a lot of women talking about body count. Listen, my body count's like 1 or 2, and I'm like a huge freak.
Then you're not that girl.
And I'm like, listen, I'm not saying that you're not good in bed if your body count's low. I'm pretty sure you're amazing, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between like being really good and being confident with a complete stranger. Because there's a lot of stuff that my ex is into that I would never try on a stranger. Just because like
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
If you
You
feel
can't
that-
try that right away.
Facts.
Especially as a dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
You just can't.
But the
can't.
girl that does that is just fucking much respect.
Here's the
right?
question
Right out
that
of the
this
gate.
inspired for me is, do you lie about your body count? Or do you even answer the question
I
if you
don't
get
talk
asked?
about it. We talked about this before. I don't talk about it.
If you get asked, you wouldn't even answer?
No. No, I'd be like, Braves are fucking awesome this year, man. They won in 6.
That's funny. That's really fucking
How
funny.
would you answer?
That's
I would
all.
answer.
That's all bad, man.
I
To
give
me.
an estimate. I don't tell them my body count exactly, but like I'll be like, okay, if you're 20 plus, 30 plus, raise your hand, and then we'll just go from there.
Wait them out.
That's what I'll wait until they give me her answer. She'd be like, look, mine's 17. Okay, it can't be that bad. What's your number? I'm like, all right, I'm 21. You know, if you 36, I'm 38. If you 2, I'm 4.
Just
So you're lying.
Yeah.
You're just a fucking liar. That's what you just said. You're a liar. So you're
Yeah.
you said
dispute it.
But you said I answer it, but you don't really answer it. You answer it
Exactly.
in condition.
Yeah.
why do you lie though?
I don't want to tell them because I don't want to tell the truth. That's right. Everybody.
No, I'd
lies.
just be like, if they asked me, I'd be like, oh man, the Braves are fucking good this year. Did you see Acuna? We did it without Acuna. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like,
Nah, look, I wouldn't really lie. That was a joke. I wouldn't really lie about it, but I would definitely give a window of opportunity there. I would be like, if you had 4 dozen donuts, I would be in the 3rd dozen.
That's
know?
fucking funny.
Like I'll give a window.
Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
What is your body count?
No, I can't tell you that because we're on the podcast.
You could do it, and then we could bleep it out.
Guess
but
in
still
the
hadn't
comments.
told you.
No, just guess in the comments.
There you
If
go.
you get it right, I'll send you some money in the comments. I promise.
That's
Yeah.
I'll send you $20 to your Cash App if you guess my body count.
You got another one?
Is it? I mean, you're like really tall, and like so like in today's age, if you're over 6
It
feet,
works.
you don't even need a face if you're over 6 feet. Honestly, you're just
I don't got one.
automatic
That's the only
daddy.
one? All right, yeah, I'll take it.
There's another one of those in there. It's in the door.
In the door.
Oh no, I gave you the last one, didn't I? I forgot I gave you one. Last Miller Lite. All right.
okay.
I heard beer's an acquired taste. Is that true?
Yes.
Huh.
I call it.
It's also very mood related.
Mood related. How
If you're-
often like do you have to drink it in order for you to say, you know what, this shit's good?
Oh, not many times. I mean, you'll kind of get used to the taste, not many, but it depends on your mood too. Because like, there's certain times that I'm doing shit that I can destroy beer, and there's certain times that I'm just not even interested. And
I feel like if it's a long day, it's only beer. It's got to be, and it's got to be light beer. It's got to be American light beer. If I'm going out drinking 3 or 4, I'm gonna do the IPAs. I'm gonna do the really good beer because they just get you fucked up too fast. But if I'm going to a Falcons game and tailgating 4 hours, nah, man, you got to do that light beer.
That's
You can't even do liquor, man.
really
Too much, man.
I've never been the last time the last 3 times I got drunk, I ended up crying and just talking about my ex. So I'm like, you know, we don't really need
I'd stay
that
away
anymore.
from that then.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, your ex and the beer.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Let's jump into this next video that we found.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
You always wear do rags in
99%
there.
of Tinder is absolute trash.
I
I can't speak for
I always need a
experience.
haircut, so
I only
yeah.
have references from my female friends, and they all say the same thing, basically that guys just want to clap and leave. But from a guy's perspective,
talk to him.
even though I can't speak for all men, I'm just going to tell you from my personal experience. From my experience, 90% of the women on Tinder aren't really going to give you the time of day because they already have a guy that they really like, but they're just waiting for that guy to stop hitting them up for booty calls and actually take them out on a date and take them seriously. So they're really just on Tinder so other guys can like hype them up and they can feel better about themselves.
Facts.
So the only time that 90% will actually give you the time of day is when things aren't going really well with the guy that they really like. For example, the last woman that I talked to on Tinder was talking to this guy for like 3 months, and he ended up canceling on her for the 3rd time. And I just so happened to message her on the 3rd time that he canceled on her, so she gave me the time of day.
Facts.
So that's 90%. The other 9% of women on Tinder have boyfriends. And like, believe it or not, I actually have more success with actually hanging out with them than I do the 90%.
Which is weird.
And then you have the rare 1% breed of women on Tinder that are actually on Tinder to date.
And they'll grab
So
your
to answer your
nuggets.
question, that woman whom I talked to, she was part of the 90%. So we never actually got to see each other really.
That's funny, cause like the woman who did the nugget thing, I actually met on Hinge.
Yeah.
So there's that.
What's the best app, depending upon your goals?
If you're just looking for like a quick fix, I'd say Tinder.
Madison's going on one tonight from what are you going on? What's it called?
Hinge.
Hinge, yeah, Hinge. Same one, yeah.
Hinge, in my personal opinion, I think Hinge and Bumble are most definitely better for like relationships.
I saw your Bumble video on here too. I wanted to put it on here.
You saw my Bumble
Your
video?
Bumble breakdown on TikTok.
So like the woman that I told you about on Tinder,
the dry turkey girls coming at you with dry as fuck pickup lines.
Yeah,
that was the one I saw.
That's Bumble. I appreciate Bumble though. I'm like, people are like, is Bumble like sponsoring you? Like, no, I just kind of really don't fuck with like Tinder all that much. It's fun. Like it's like an abusive relationship, you know. Like no matter how bad it does you, you kind of for whatever reason come back.
Yeah, you got to just in case.
So like, that's how that is. The girl that I was telling you about on Tinder though, the one who was with this guy for 3 months. That's actually my ex. The one that you guys saw at Monticello. That was actually her. So like, she had been talking to this guy for a few months, and I messaged her, and she didn't get like nothing at all. She like, you know, small talk or whatever. I don't do small talk when I'm on Tinder, when I'm on Bumble, when I'm on Hinge. I'm like, hey, I hit them with a pickup line. If they like it, cool. We should plan something. I'm like really direct. I don't do a lot of small talk, but I was trying to be direct with her. She wasn't having it, and then one night out of nowhere, she's just like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Right.
And I'm just like,
and this girl was white.
Yeah, she was white.
Because the comedians were talking about the black and white couple at the thing a lot.
Facts.
So, and you were right there in the front too.
Yes.
So are you exclusive white girls or black any kind of girl?
I don't
discriminate.
I don't discriminate. That's the word I was looking for. I really don't discriminate. The woman that I'm talking to now currently is black and white, and then the woman before her was black and white as well. So I don't really.
Some little mixture.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. I don't like to. I told myself, like, when I start putting myself out there and I get more exposure in terms of like TikTok, I'm not really going to put out my preferences because, like I said, I don't want to shame anybody. So like, for example, if I say I like Hispanic women or I like Asian women, then like everyone that's not Hispanic and Asian are going to come
offended,
at me.
Yeah.
So I don't have a type. As long as you're pretty.
Your type is yes.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Your type is yes.
What does that mean? What
it means
we talking about?
yes, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my type. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yes. I know a lot of dudes like that. Yes.
I feel that.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah. Are you a boobs or ass guy? I'm like, yeah. Fuck yeah. Both of them,
I'm
man.
going to start saying that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use
that. I mean,
that.
think about it. Are you a boobs or ass guy? I like both of them.
Facts.
I like all three of them.
Facts. I don't really care for boobs, if we're being honest, though. I don't really care for boobs. I actually prefer small boobs. I don't know why.
Well, then you like boobs. You just like
How
small.
dare you?
But you don't want your girl to have no boobs.
I'm happy with like a B cup.
Yeah, but if she had a fucking washboard chest with no nipples up there, you'd be freaked out.
I mean,
That'd just be a dude.
No nipples.
At least dudes have nipples.
Yeah.
God.
I don't discriminate.
I got nipples, fucker. Can you milk me?
Small, big, I don't care. As long as you have boobs, scientifically.
Yes.
I don't care what they really look like.
What about if they have a boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask you
Well, I
about
don't
that
want
as
his
well.
boobs.
Wait,
No, that's not what I
what?
said.
What are we talking about?
He said, what if they have
are we
a boyfriend?
talking
What
about?
if they have a
No,
boyfriend?
what, like girls that have a boyfriend, because you said you have more success hanging out with girls that have a boyfriend. On
That's
the
so weird because
That's a fact. Though.
I've had more success on Tinder with women that have boyfriends than
I
Do
feel like-
you believe that they do, or are they just saying it, or what?
Oh, no,
And how
they
do you
definitely
get there?
How do I get there?
Yeah, how do you get to that conversation? Like, I do have a boyfriend.
You wanna story?
Because I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here then?
I'll tell you a story. So one day, this was the last woman that I talked to that had a boyfriend. We had matched on Tinder, and she comes over. We do the deed, and like her boyfriend is like someone's calling her during the deed nonstop, and she's getting a bunch of text messages and stuff. And after everything was said and done, she checks her phone and she just starts crying. Like, I'm talking bawling, and I was like, "Was I that bad?" And she was like, "No, it's my boyfriend. You know, we got into this argument, and I just feel like the shittiest girlfriend on the planet.
You probably are. You are.
You're not
one of them.
You're not a very good
Right in
girlfriend.
this
I
moment.
feel like we might have banged the same girl.
I'm not saying awesome. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying you're a bad girlfriend.
I didn't say that. I didn't. I think that I was just sitting there awkwardly, like, I'm sorry. It is what it is. And then she kind of like
get your
vented to
shit.
me.
Get the fuck out.
No,
I'm
I've
not that
had
cold.
girls match with me on Tinder, and then I'm not a big like send a message first because I'll swipe in bulk.
Because you're 6
Like,
feet tall.
Because I go in there and swipe, and I get like 10 matches, and I'll message like 2 of them. I'll pick like the top 2. I'll be like, "Hey, motherfucker."
Must be nice being tall.
So I'll that don't make that much of a difference. I seen their damn TikToks too. Especially the one. Nah, I ain't even gonna talk about it. But I've had girls be like, match with me on Tinder and then follow me on Instagram, and I'll look at their Instagram because I'll recognize their name and they have a boyfriend. So it almost makes me want to go be like, what the fuck you got going on? So I'll message these girls and they'll be like, yeah, I hate my boyfriend. We're about to break up, whatever. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to because I don't really know what to do. So I have experienced that a bunch.
So
girls
wild,
going
man.
on Tinder to get away from their boyfriend.
That's interesting.
And then
Because they don't want to be alone, so they want to have a boyfriend when they get rid of that.
I think
boyfriend.
they just want to cheat on their boyfriends.
Ah.
I think because they do.
I did not.
Yeah, because they do.
They do cheat on their boyfriends.
But they all look. They're up for, hey, if you're that good, if you meet their match, you make good money, you got a good house, like
Yeah, that guy's out of here.
yeah, fuck you. I
Yeah.
got a new guy.
I have a question. Do you guys think that women are better cheaters? I have a theory about this.
I think men are way more oblivious. I don't think they're better cheaters. I think they're just more. It's the men that don't think about it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was.
I think men try to be really good cheaters, but women are just very observant of everything.
That is true. Women are very observant, but I also think that, I don't think that women are
They have
better
a sixth sense
cheaters.
too.
I think men are better cheaters. I was
Really?
weighing my options.
You weighing your options? You think
I
men
think
are better
men are better
cheaters?
cheaters
Because they do it more.
because they keep it simple.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They keep it simple.
They keep it simple.
I feel like girls that cheat get that cheating shit all wrapped up in their emotions, and they carry it home with them, and it affects their life, and they act weird and shit. But like, as a lot of dudes that cheat can just fucking cheat, bro. Can
Yeah, well,
just
they
go
say-
out of
they
town,
say
get
guys-
a hotel room, fuck a
Right.
bitch, and come home and just be like,
Because
I
guys
was
aren't-
at fucking Gary's playing poker.
Because
you know?
guys, Gary's guys are not. They say guys are not necessarily cheating to get with somebody else.
Yeah,
They're just cheating because they want to fuck somebody else.
because they can.
And
just
girls
win.
Girls are cheating because they're looking for something else.
I want to just put on preference that I do not condone cheating whatsoever. I'm not saying it is okay to cheat. It is
Asterisks.
not. It
Unless
is,
your
it is a
boyfriend's an
very
asshole.
bad
Asterisks.
thing to do. I do not condone. I do not condone cheating. But I do. I don't think. I don't know. I think women are worse. I don't think women are better cheaters. I think women are worse side chicks. If that makes sense, because like usually they're like, hey, I feel like a lot of times like
'Cause that's where guys thrive.
you like have them as a side chick, and then like after a while they're like, okay, listen, I don't like this anymore. I starting to like you. Either you make me the main chick, or I go to her as a woman, and that's where you get a lot of those women talking online saying
Yeah,
this
that's
woman
fact.
came to me as a woman to tell
God.
me and show me all these screenshots and yada yada. Men, I feel like it's rare that a guy will sit there and be like, you know what, I don't like the fact that you're just fucking me. All right, I don't like it. I want to be your boyfriend. All right, if you don't make me your boyfriend now, I'm gonna go to him as a man and tell him.
Yeah,
That
no,
you're-
that's
that
not
you're
happening.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not
Sure
happening.
ain't.
Not happening whatsoever.
That's not in the dude's game at all.
Not at all.
And if it is, that's a scary dude. I mean, it really is.
Oh God.
That is a
I
scary,
agree with
scary
that.
dude. Like, it's like, if he'll do that, if that dude will do that, man. Because again, you're right. They don't get wrapped up in the emotions of it. It's physical.
Yeah.
Girls are super emotional.
They're also really territorial. Really territorial. Like they're like, I don't like, I've witnessed this. They'll like purposely like leave like hair ribbons and stuff like in your car, or like they'll place
Gets me every time.
they'll place something in your like on your like nightstand or something, or like put hair in your trash can or whatever, and it's like they just leave little clues. So like if
Pee
other
on your sheets.
This happened to me, bro. This happened to me.
Did somebody pee on your sheets? Yeah, it's a dog.
Listen to this. I got a story
I
about
got
that.
it. I was babysitting a dog sitting, and the dog peed. It smells like A blonde headed pee on you.
Listen, this bitch caught me off guard one time, right? So I was talking to this one girl, and we weren't all the way dating, but I was still, cause she was later, you know. During this time we was cool, but in about 15 minutes she was definitely about to flip the switch on my ass. So I was talking to this girl, she was cool, and then I was still kind of fucking around with my ex every now and then, right? And so my fucking ex came over there one day, and she knew what the fuck was going on. She knew the girl I was talking to. She knew the whole situation, right? And she didn't really even care, which is a demon, you know. So she left this silver necklace on my fucking nightstand, and I ain't see it. So the other girl comes over there a couple days after that. She sees this fucking thing after she'd been hanging out at the house for a couple hours.
She knew who necklace it was, didn't she?
Well, yeah, of course, because she knew probably that I had been still talking to my ex, you know. But she was like, whose fucking necklace is this? And I was, and then like,
can't even say nothing
in this
about
moment, like my mind working so fast, it's almost like time freezes around me, you know. And so my mind basically goes through every option that I have, like Doctor Strange, and says, what can I say that's going to minimize the damage around me right now? And I said, that's your necklace. Well, that was not the one.
Wow.
That wasn't what she was looking for. This bitch said, I don't even wear silver jewelry. I was like, God damn it.
I bought it
for you.
Who
don't wear silver jewelry, bro? It's like, you wear it every now and then. She was like, no, the fuck I don't. That ain't my necklace. And I was like, damn. I was like,
damn.
You should have hit her with a surprise, babe. Look what I got you.
No, that shit was crumpled up, already out the packet. It was not what you wanted to be.
Sometimes you just got to come out and say it. I've told you about the pranking hooker story, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but you didn't do anything wrong.
No, I didn't do anything wrong, but
sometimes you gotta just lie.
No, I didn't. There was no lying about this.
You just gotta deny until you die.
Me and my wife and my kids, we lived in we were moving from one house and building another, and we had to have this rental house, right? Well, this rental house was luckily, weirdly and oddly, it was in a neighborhood where 4 of my friends lived. So it was like 6 months I lived there. And we hung out all the time when I lived at this rental house. And so we used to prank people all the time. This wasn't like fucking 20 years ago. This was like 7 years ago. So I said, let's call hookers and let's prank them.
Oh my God, that sounds like an awful idea.
So no, it was great. Are you kidding me? It's funny as hell. So we were like I was asking them how much it would cost to do certain things and how much would that cost. So I was keeping a price on what it was. I'm like, hey, I got like 3 friends over here. I was like, they just want to watch, and I like you to have green tennis shoes. How much would that cost? We're like, I don't have green tennis shoes. I was like, well, I'll buy them, but how much would it cost? She's like, well, that'd be $500 an hour. You know, so I would like, and then I would just make up this crazy stories like, I like you to clip my toenails, and then I want you to do this, and I want you to rub KY on my earlobes, and I'd go through these whole list of stuff, and
all their friends are just fucking drunk and dying laughing.
Oh yeah, they're fucking laughing because I'm going through these scenarios with these chicks, and a lot of them were fucking. I don't even want to say them on the podcast of what I was saying to these chicks. So, and my friend's videoing it the whole time. He's videoing on his phone. So a lot of them, you know, they send you pictures after you call them, right? They're sending you pictures like, hey, did you want to hook up or whatever, right? So the next morning, I'll go back to this is not at my rental house, this is my friend's house, and I go back home, I lay my phone on the kitchen like counter, right? I go to bed, wife gets up, and she goes, who the fuck is this? And it is a chick, I swear to God, she has the reddest, she's the whitest person with the most red hair, and she's got a tattoo necklace. Like
very
a
classy. Very
tattoo
classy.
necklace on her chest. And all the emblems down it, you know what I mean? And she looks at me, she says, who the fuck is that? And I go, that's a hooker. It's the first thing I said. She goes, why the fuck is a hooker texting your phone? I was like, because I was pranking him last night. And she was like, why the fuck would you prank a hooker? I was like, because it's fucking super funny. What are you talking about? She goes, I don't fucking believe you. I go, okay, well, I've got proof. I said, my friend was videoing it the whole time. That's how funny it was. And she goes, oh yeah? You got proof? I was like, yeah, sure. I'll call him on speakerphone. Call him on speakerphone. I said, hey dude, He said, send me those videos from me breaking those hookers. He goes, dude, I erased that shit. I don't want my wife catching me. And I was on the speakerphone. I don't want my wife catching me pranking hookers. And I go, damn. So she believed it, that it was really happening because I had the phone conference. She goes, and the next thing she goes, why would you have to prank hookers? They have parents too. They have moms too. And I was like, oh, so now you're mad at that. So I'm getting in trouble for being mad to hookers. So that happened.
Yeah.
That's wild. Wow.
Let's pull up this next one.
When are men going to understand that women in relationships can go out to Miami during spring break or go to frat parties on a regular basis and still be loyal?
Facts.
Like, they're just going out to have fun. And even if they aren't going out to have fun and they're going out to get attention and feel sexy and validated from other men, bro, she still only wants you.
She's dating
all
you,
right?
bro.
Stop being insecure.
This gonna get all the fucking hoes watch this shit, bro.
I think if you're a secure human being, a secure person, that goes both ways, right?
Yeah,
it goes girls and guys. I mean, like, you don't want me to go out with my boys to Buckhead. I'm not trying to hook up with chicks.
I don't go both ways, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it goes both ways.
It does go both ways.
Yeah, I don't go both ways either. I'm only 41, so I got plenty of time.
I think it depends on your relationship a lot, though.
Facts.
Because as you're deeper in your relationship, you get cooler and cooler with a lot of that shit. But up front, you're like, hell no, I don't trust you not to go do me dirty as fuck. You know?
That depends on the person too.
Yeah, for sure it does. But you got to be a certain amount of secure in your relationship.
Sure.
It ain't just all personal. That's what I'm saying. It isn't just because you're insecure people you can't handle shit like that. Sometimes people don't deserve to go be acting a fool with your name halfway attached to them.
The question that, so like me personally, I do believe that like it depends on the relationship, but at some point it's like, why the need to go out to these settings on a regular basis? Because when I was in college, I will never forget. I had the biggest crush on this woman. Her name was Taylor, and
Taylors are all bad across the board.
Yeah, she was really attractive. And you mean bad as in like attractive,
no,
or bad
as in like? You just need to stay away from Taylors.
Bad news. Okay, yeah, she was most definitely bad news. So like I remember I hit on her, and she was like, "Sorry, I have a boyfriend. Sorry, I have a boyfriend." And then the weekend came. I went to the small college in Pembroke, very small town. One club, one Walmart, one Dollar Tree, one gas, very small.
3 massage parlors.
Yeah.
So literally, after the weekend, she comes back to the classroom with hickeys on her neck. Keep in mind, her boyfriend goes to a different college. So I'm like, what?
Those are your hickeys?
I wish.
Do those?
I wish.
Oh no, you didn't.
No. She was like, oh my god, I messed up. I got drunk, but it was just a drunk incident. It doesn't matter. I would never did it if I was sober, so it doesn't count. And yada yada, this and that. And it's like, that's respectable. This is your first time being in that environment. You probably was like very restricted at home. But then it happened like 3 more times, like 3 more weekends.
3 more sets of hickeys.
And like her
old ones wasn't even faded all the way before the new ones.
They were yellow.
And like everyone, and then he came to visit her one weekend, and I'm just like, oh, I can't look at them.
Bailey came into work with a huge hickey one time.
Dude, it was bad. Yeah.
So fucking bad.
I went to a Katy Perry concert with a girl that I was dating with that was super bad. And that was the first time we ever fucked, was that night.
Dude, she gave you a fucking enormous hickey.
It was bad. It was bad, yeah. It was bad. It was fucking bad.
I don't like, they hurt. The sucking on neck stuff, that hurts me low-key, high-key. Yeah. Maybe I'm a bitch, I don't know. Because you guys just...
No, I think it's weird.
No.
Hickeys are weird.
Yeah.
I was mad as fuck at that bitch.
I feel like it's like another like territorial thing.
And she watches the podcast too.
Possibly, but it's still weird. The art of giving somebody a fucking hickey, you're sucking the blood out of their skin. That's what you're doing.
That doesn't even sound...
Up to the very top.
That's right.
That's just not where you want to be.
That's weird.
That's not where you want to be.
Oh, man. I don't know if anybody was even into that either. I ain't never had a bitch tell me, give me a hickey. I want a hickey. I'll be like, no.
I feel like that's a little boy thing. Like a younger crowd.
Yeah, you kind of want to like show your friends that you can get action.
High school.
Yeah, most definitely. I remember those days.
You write your name in hickeys on a girl's neck.
I remember those days.
Body, that's awesome. She did that. I would be easier, Jay.
Yeah.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
Yeah.
God damn!
Oh yeah, that's probably the biggest pain of all. The biggest pain of all.
How do you feel about when your boys are not approving of your girl?
You got to dump her right away. You're like, fuck.
That's so funny.
Fuck. It's like that Dave Chappelle episode where he's like, he's talking about, he's like, you know, when you fuck an ugly chick, you're around everybody, all your boys, man, I fucked a nasty chick the other day, and just gross, and everybody's like, oh hell yeah, and they give him fives. She's like, that's awesome. And he goes, and then like Ray Rice did that shit, and it's like. And he told the NFL, he's like, look, I got in a fight with my wife and told him everything.
Facts.
He told him everything. And then the video came out. I was like, God damn. He's like, damn, I done told you. It's like, that's what that video came out. My boys saw like, God damn, Dave. He goes, I told you she was gross. Now the video changes your mind.
I've most definitely had that incident. Where like maybe I'm not going to tell that story.
I had the reverse incident.
You had the reverse incident?
I was hanging out with
Another girl said
a girl took a picture of me and her and then sent it to her group message.
Oh.
And then they was roasting me.
She should have said, wait, ladies, he's 6 feet
No,
tall.
I remembered every single one of them bitches, and I waited till I got older, and I fucking smashed every single one of them bitches in that group message. Every single one of them.
So your body count's what, 30?
No, it wasn't that many people in the group message.
12 and a half.
But I definitely did.
12 and a
like,
half.
All right, I remember you bitches. Me and that girl broke up, and then every single one of them was real interested in me, and I was like, I get how you fucking herd behavior, fucking weirdos.
he's got 23 and a half.
72.
Yeah, 23 and a half. He did a little person. Yeah.
That's not a half. That's a whole. That's 1.5.
It's 1.5. It's 1.5.
A lot of
There's still a
impact.
half in there. There's still a half in there.
Yeah, it ain't never good if your boys are roasting your girl, dog.
I'm never.
Sometimes your boys feel like it's too late too. That's even worse.
I guess you got to know what boys it's coming from too, though, because they're just
sure.
jealous or whatever. But because some dudes are jealous too, that you got a girl.
But the worst than that.
But if there's
is
like 6 of them, no, I don't get rid of it.
Even worse than that is when your boys like see you with a girl and they know you've been talking to this girl, but they ain't never seen her for a while, so they know like you like this girl. Then you bring her around for the first time, and you can tell they're looking at her like, yeah, bro, you got a good one. You know, they don't even want to tell you because they feel like you're too far into the relationship. And you're like, yeah, bro, yeah, hold it down. I'm like, man, fuck you, dog. I'm really rethinking my whole life right now.
I have a friend. True story.
You look like me. You look like you outpunt your coverage every time, though. Like, my dude's like, fuck yeah, Jay.
Yeah.
And they're serious. It's like, God damn, man. I can't believe you got her. I'm like, I know, man.
Yeah.
I don't have like a friend group. I have like one really close friend, and I've known him since I was like 10, and that's kind of like all. I don't really have like a whole circle of friends. It's just me, my best friend, and then like my ex, who I'm really close with, and then that's about it.
You're close with your ex?
Yeah, I'm really close with
the one that we saw.
No, y'all dated a long time ago.
No, we dated like she was like my second love. This is when I was like 19.
Is she
20.
married now?
I mean, basically, she was in the military, so you know how they get down. Like after like 3 weeks.
With everybody.
Yeah. They be married, dog.
3 weeks.
They be married.
They still hook up with everybody, though.
Trying to get that Camaro.
Chicks you buy your girl a Camaro? Yeah, that shit.
I want to preface that
we got a homie that did that.
Do not agree with these statements.
Swole as fuck.
About military women sleeping around. I do not agree with that statement.
But they do.
I don't know. I wasn't in the military. I just know a lot of guys that was in the military, and they said that to me.
Yeah.
So I'm taking their opinions.
Same.
And I trust them.
I heard girl cops do that too.
Girl
did
cops?
too. I did too.
Interesting.
Yeah, they'll get down with the police force. For
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Yep.
She like make me like do shit that I don't normally do, like
Oh no.
drink water.
Drink water.
You watch the captions though.
Oh Jesus.
She like make me like do shit that I don't normally do, like take vitamins and drink water.
Are you eating?
I don't believe in pegging. I just want to preface that right now. I do not want to get pegged. I've never been
What's
pegged.
pegging?
Are you being serious? Right
Yeah,
now?
tell me.
Pegging is when a woman.
Your girl sticks some type of fake dick in your ass.
Yeah.
What he said. Yeah. most
So I don't
definitely.
know what that is. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I've never. I want to preface. I've never done that. I just thought it was. I know people that are into that, and I just thought it was funny.
Do you know?
I
Being
do.
very defensive about it.
I do.
We just had another friend of ours' wife. All right. A friend of ours got married, had a kid, wife got divorced, right? And then they were beefing hard. Supposedly they're both pretty crazy, whatever. This girl posted screenshots on Facebook of him asking her
This is messed
to
up, man.
get some type of object to put in his ass. That is tough. That is a wild accusation to throw out there in the small Facebook world.
You gotta change your
my
whole identity
hometown.
after that.
No, I just think that's fucked up. I think you should be
Fucked up.
arrested to be able to post something like that. You should be arrested.
You gotta change your identity though. Everyone in town's gonna know you as that guy who wants to get pegged.
You might get more chicks that want to do that though.
I
I
couldn't
just
live with that.
deny it.
I don't want to get
I would
chicks
just
that way.
deny it.
You could deny it, but it's still out there. Motherfuckers should go to jail doing that.
I deny that to the grave.
I would say
couldn't-
that's not even. I didn't even say that. I'd be like, "What the fuck do I look like? That's a fake screenshot. That's her texting her best friend. They're setting me up. She's changed her name in her phone. Y'all know the game, dog.
Burn your
Yeah, look at this
fingerprints.
picture. It's
Stop.
real.
Do I look like I have anything in my ass right now? You know what I mean?
That's
People are gonna be like, "No,
funny.
you don't. You probably don't." So.
Yeah, but it's
You're
always
good.
going to be back in the mind. Somebody sees you, goes, "I think he takes something in the ass."
And for years too, you're gonna go to your 15.
like they might not say that something. They might not say anything to you, but like every time you walk by, it's like, I think he might like shit in his ass.
For sure, dude. Your 20-year high school reunion, people are seeing you walk by, going, "Hey, man,
You still
what's
doing
up?"
it in
And
the
they'll,
ass?
I think that guy probably gets fucked in the ass.
That's like the biggest insult ever. Honestly, I don't know how I take that if I'm walking around and people just say like, you know what, it looks like he likes.
Look at him with
it,
that
but-
cucumber eating it. He loves it.
Dude,
I'm
that's
like,
just not
wait a
good.
minute.
That's not where you
Call
wanna
me
be.
call me short, please. Don't,
What's some
don't say
lame
that.
shit your girls ever got you to do?
Lame stuff.
Like face mask, not fucking pegging level, I guess, but
I mean, if it's out there, let's talk about it.
yeah.
Something that I've done that I'm not the biggest fan of.
Jay's leaving the room on that question.
Yeah, that's he says he doesn't do
Gotta be.
pegging, but I think it's poor timing that we're about to talk about stuff we don't want to talk about.
And he's gonna come back and sit down and say, "All right, next question."
Facts. No, I just as like, so how do I say? I've done things I normally wouldn't do. Just because like cultural differences, like kayaking, and
Bunch of white people shit.
yeah, one of
That's
my
what I was
yeah,
gonna say. It's
one-
funny that you called it culture.
I've been camping. I went hunting once.
I've gone like camping. It's kayaking. What else? Bungee jumping.
Oh fuck that.
It's just like a cultural differences that I've done pretty interesting. Corn casserole.
Yeah.
Corn casserole. You know, just normal stuff that I typically wouldn't do.
I've always super been into like hygiene and shit, so my girl definitely got me into the face mask and shit. I was cool with that.
Really?
Tweezing my eyebrows and shit like that. I fucking
Really?
yeah. I swear to God, I had a girlfriend that was like super into like tweezing my eyebrows and keeping my shit looking right all the time. So
Is that why
shit-
they look nice now?
Yeah, I swear I keep track of them every day. I
That's
pluck them every
dope.
day. Should be hurt, but I don't know. I haven't done a whole bunch of lame shit with my girl.
I can't. I can't do my eyebrows. I get a lot of, for some unknown reasons, I have a lot of men hit on me. So I feel like me getting my eyebrows done would only add to that.
For sure.
So
It's definitely not going to help you in the other direction.
facts. Most definitely.
All right. Well, sorry. Is that the end of those TikToks?
Let's make sure Jay doesn't have an answer to this.
Oh, yeah.
What's the question?
Have you ever done some lame shit in your relationship because your wife wanted you to that you didn't want to do, that you thought was stupid?
You talking about like sexually?
No, just like in general.
Fuck, I'm married. I've been married 15 years. All kinds of shit.
Like
Where's
what?
where's the fucking list start?
What about something that you ended up liking instead? That's a shorter list.
Good question. Wow. Something that I've ended up liking. Corn casserole.
I don't know, cause there's a lot of things like I don't want to fucking go like this is the time where I do a lot of shit of the year where I do a lot of shit because my family wants to do it. It makes good memories for my kids, and I don't fucking want to do it. Like ice skating in Atlantic Station. I fucking hate that shit. You know, it's stupid, man. It's like, what the fuck? I'm gonna pay $30 for an hour ice skating, but I do end up having fun doing that, seeing my kids ice skate. But if she gave me a choice, I'd never do it.
That's funny.
Did you
Yeah.
always get manicures and pedicures before your wife?
Not as frequently as I do now. But I used to do them like once a year, once every 6 months. I was probably one of the first dudes from Paulding County that would go get them. That's for sure.
For sure.
That's funny.
From where I'm from. But dude, they feel great. Are you kidding me? They massage your legs and your feet for a long time. They feel your feet feel good afterwards. So now I get them once a month, once every other month. I get them a lot.
That's dope.
I think it's cool that rappers are starting to like brag about doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been doing it for years now. It's awesome. Yep.
I gotta get fun.
It's cheap too. It's not expensive, man.
How much does it cost?
I mean, you go to most of them, they're $20. You know, I get the $45 ones now.
Very bougie, very bougie.
Yeah. I get the ones where there's pedals in the fucking water.
Yeah, you get the French
toes
tilts.
painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get them painted. I don't get them painted. I get
If it's
my
a French tip, you
We
can't
got
tell it's
jail
painted.
nails.
yeah. I don't get anything put on my nails. Nope, just trimmed up and massaged.
Feel that. That's something I gotta get into.
That's dope.
I brought up rappers bragging about that because we have recently lost one of the greatest,
For sure.
Young Dolph.
Yesterday.
Why would anybody go to Memphis anymore? That fucking
He's from
place is,
there.
I know, but I would not. If I would go leave, I would leave.
Why would you go back? I think is what
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
asking.
Why would anybody go there? Why would you go back? Whatever. You know, he's rich. I'd fly my family out to see him or whatever. Man, that place is fucking dangerous.
For sure.
Ain't no place like home though, right?
Yeah. Well, I hear you, but it's like there's this.
I thought that's always what we used to talk about was making it out of the hood, though. You know.
I know that, but here's the thing. So there's this thing on Netflix, like, and it's an old show, but it's still on there. It's like with Ice-T was like young when he did this. I say young, but this was 20, 30 years ago, definitely. And he's like, I live in this neighborhood, super nice. He goes, but that's the whole goal, is to get out of the hood. Like, that's the goal. And that's what gives everybody confidence, is getting out of where you were. It wasn't a good place, whether it be the hood, whether it be the trailer park, whether it be whatever. And I made it out.
For sure.
Why the fuck you gonna go back to that shit?
R.I.P. though. Fuck, that was one of my favorites. He had such a huge impact on our generation. He's got like 5 bangers. He's got like a fucking catalog of awesome music, but he's got like 5 songs that has such a crazy impact.
Do they know
in
who
our
shot
generation. Him? No.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't think so. I haven't done that much reading since yesterday, but
My
so
second,
maybe. But
my cousin got shot. He was a senior in high school. He got robbed and shot in Memphis.
He got shot in high school.
He was after his graduation party.
What?
Carjacked and shot, killed
in Memphis.
in Memphis. Sure.
That's
Damn.
intense.
Yep.
We have some TikToks for him to remember him by of Young Dolph here. This is Jackson State. They're chilling with Deion Sanders. They just won their homecoming game, but just realize every single person in there knows every word. They don't want you to live. They don't want you to ball.
Is that the day? Is that the game that Deion got his fucking jewelry stole?
I don't know.
Do you remember
yeah,
that?
I remember that, but I don't know if it was the same one. I can't even figure out who they were playing on their homecoming game.
It might have been their first. It might have been that game or their first game they ever played. One or the other.
You know, he's had like foot surgery complications over the last like month. He's been in and out of the hospital. He's pretty sick.
Damn.
Yeah, he's been in a wheelchair. He's been coaching from a wheelchair.
The time Young Dolph gave to fans $20K after they got fired for listening to
They
him.
fired 2 workers from a coffee shop for bumping my shit in the snow. Hell no. Matter of fact,
Imagine you walk in a coffee shop and they're bumping Young Dolph.
I love the DJ in this clip.
This is the kind of shit I do. Real niggas do real shit. I see you, dog. Know what I'm saying? So, this is what we gonna do. I know for a fact that MVP, if that screw, he get money, but he ain't get money like that.
That's
Until y'all get y'all a new job, till y'all find y'all a new job, I got $20,000 for y'all right now.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Out his pocket.
out of his pocket.
Brought him up on stage. Yeah, bro. Awesome. Young Dolph was hard, bro. Young Dolph shit was hard, bro. God, dude, he's such a character, man. He's such a fucking character. What kind of baller shit would you do like that if you was stepping like that? I don't know. It's hard to even think of shit you would do like that. You got that type of platform. You got that type of pool. You got that type of like dedicated base. That
I would do a lot of experiences. Not like giving $10,000. That's awesome. That's good. But I would be like, you're going on my jet tonight. We're gonna fly to this thing. And I'm gonna set you up for the weekend. Everything's on me. Experience shit to me means more than just cash.
For sure. I think so too. And community related shit too. That shit you can see the impact of that shit for a while. Like I read a story, I don't know if this is true or not. It's hard to know what was true, but that cookie store he shopped at a lot. But I had read that he had ordered like 1,000 turkeys from somebody that had a connection at that store, and they were gonna fry all those turkeys and give them out to homeless people in Memphis. And that's what he was there talking to those people about, how to give away those turkeys. So like that community related shit, impact like that is what we all strive for as content creators.
Facts.
You know, like, and that shit is just dope, and we'll admire that forever, ever. You know, and we'll have that someday. So, you got the last one? Just one more.
I like being by myself. Like I like peace and quiet. It's like I'm a loner, bro. I do better and come up with shit better, and I make money, do a lot of shit. I do everything better, bro, just being by myself. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit kind of like a problem. Like, I hate that shit. Like, bro, why you by yourself? Why you by yourself? Like, I just don't like being around a lot of people. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But I like.
Yeah, Barry said he puts out his best shit by himself.
I can see that.
So how do y'all get yourself in that creative mindset?
My best friend.
Really?
My best friend is responsible. Like usually how I come up with a joke, something funny will happen to me. Usually like relationship wise, something will funny happen to me, and I'll call him and we'll talk about it. And if we're like laughing nonstop, I'm like, okay, this is pretty funny. I'll write this down and we'll see how that goes. So most of my TikToks, stand up comes from conversations that I've had from.
You need 5 more of those friends. You need to come up with 5 times the amount.
Yeah.
Just talk to us more than.
Yeah, just we'll come hang out with us. Yeah. We're not far away. I don't know.
Got to multiply that feeling.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe it's a very unique thing.
Or talk to him more.
Hell, I mean, I guess you want to be by yourself. If that's the type of creative mindset that you want to be in, you don't have to have any more friends at all. How do you get in your creative mind frame, director?
I'm the same way. I'm very much a loner, but I do enjoy getting around people like y'all, and like that really it boosts me, and then I can take it home with me and work with it by myself. But,
for sure.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool getting around smart people and like funny people and
facts
and kind of just sharing ideas. And
collab,
well,
accidental collabs.
Yeah,
that's basically what.
Because it's natural.
Yeah. Yep. It hits a lot better when it's like organic. It really hits
for sure.
A lot better when it's organic.
Yeah. It's a lot more funny.
Sure.
It's a lot more funny, and if like collabing with people, it's energy driven. So, you know, I would not think by myself unless I had music going on. Like I like music and listening to books or listening to something. I'll come up with ideas doing that. But if I just had peace and quiet, it'd drive me crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I get most of my best ideas, my best business ideas when I'm listening to a book or listening to music, and I'm by myself. But it will be, I'm listening to something.
For sure.
Really interesting. What about you?
I'm kind of the same way. Is I get a lot of, I'll be listening to something, especially like TV shows. Like I love to run through TV shows because I feel like I start to act like the TV show characters. Some like. And me and Rod were just talking about this the other day. He's going back through The Sopranos, and he's like, I can feel myself feeling like I want to just act like them. Like, I just want to, like, we can do whatever we want if we're just ready to kill people. And I was like, all right, yeah, fucking sounds that simple, you know? But I'm watching Dexter again because the new Dexter came out, and I'm like.
What did you think about that first one?
Dude, I thought it was great. You know, the second episode's out, too. It's every Sunday, so there's another one out there. But just thinking, like, how methodical he is and how he makes his moves and, like, he does so many things day to day just so he can control and protect this one small little area of his life. Like, so I feel like I get a lot of my inspiration from looking at other characters and like hearing the way other people talk as well. As when I hear someone that talks or like their syntax or the way they deliver a joke is very unique, I'll kind of adapt that and try to reinvent it to stuff that I feel like talking about. But like I feel like I can kind of not really mimic people's delivery, but just understand and kind of perceive their timing now. So I feel like I get it from a lot of like watching other people's acts or watching other people's Netflix specials or other comedians or anything. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. I just kind of readapt that to our business or our content.
That's dope. That's really dope.
Yep. Well, that's it. That's what we have for today.
Cool. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, I do
appreciate you.
When are you
for
gonna be
having
on
me,
stage?
Next. When am I going to be on stage next? What's today? Today's like Thursday. Let's see. Friday. What goes on Friday? I'm not doing anything this weekend. I'll probably do Saturday. There's like this.
Well, next week's Thanksgiving, so probably I don't know. That might be some pretty good gigs on the week before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. I remember like Cowboys always used to be the most packed the day before Thanksgiving.
Damn.
That was the day to go to Cowboys.
I didn't know that.
Because everybody's in town. It's Wednesday. That Wednesday night, everybody's in town. That's where they go see their folks. So I would think that there are a lot of comedy clubs. They're probably packed on Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Well, this is my first year in Atlanta, so I don't know how they do Thanksgiving and
we eat turkey and stuff. Same thing.
Yeah.
You do.
I meant like venues.
The further you get away from 285, the worse the food gets.
That's funny as fuck. Holy shit.
It's definitely more.
The drier the turkey gets.
It's definitely more. In restaurants wise, they're more sparse. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of good places to eat in Atlanta, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
Cool. So TikTok. Do you do TikToks every day?
I post 4 every other day,
Okay.
but I make them every day.
Okay.
I try to post
Different do-rag every day. You can see them on TikTok.
I have like 6.
Section of four do-rags.
I have like 6. Like I don't wear do-rags if I have my hair cut, but it's very rare that I have my hair cut because like Atlanta barbers are the most obnoxious thing in the entire world. Like,
tell me about that.
They're like I was in North Carolina and Florida. And like the price to get my haircut was like $20. I come here and my barber wants like $75, and I'm just like, what's going on? He's like, well, I mean, I cut little Duval's head, so I mean, like, I just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay,
$70.
If he can introduce you to Lil
$70.
Duval, you'll pay that.
Facts.
All day long.
And like it's either that or I go to like a barber shop like American Haircuts
Yeah,
where like
sports clips.
no one looks like me, and I'm just like, I don't know if I feel too comfortable with that.
No,
so,
dude, trust me, they're gonna fuck your shit up.
That's when you wear the do-rag.
They don't even cut our shit right. Your shit is not getting cut right. They ain't nobody in here getting a good haircut from Sports Clips.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Sure.
You gotta find the person and ask for that person every time if you know them. Then you're like, I want that person because they know what they're doing. Because I do go to like a super cuts at my house half the time, but it's only when there's this one dude there.
As it should be, man.
Just one person. None of the rest of them touch my hair, man.
Yeah. How do people find you? What's your TikTok and your Instagram?
TikTok, Instagram, the same thing. Marqwuan Reid, MarQuan Reid. Like I said, I post every other day, 8, 9, 10, 11. And if I like have like a really nice idea and I'm like, this is funny, I gotta post it, I'll post it at like 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do stand up religiously. So.
And he can do your driveway too.
Yeah.
What?
Concrete.
Oh.
Concrete, man. What? That's what we started out with. We're gonna finish with
That's
it.
what we started.
Soup sandwich.
Happy Dolph.
All of the knots, all of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the knots, all of the guap, all of the pesos, all of the pollo, all of the money, 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 all of the money.